Israel had departed from Egypt by the strong hand of the Lord, but their journey into freedom led them quickly to a place of crisis. Guided by the pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night, the people camped by the sea, opposite Baal-zephon, Exodus 14:2. It seemed a strange path, for they were hemmed in between the wilderness and the waters. Yet God himself had led them there with purpose. Pharaoh, in his stubborn pride, could not endure the thought of Israel's escape. Though broken by the death of his firstborn, his heart hardened again when he heard that the people had fled. He rallied his army, 600 chosen chariots and all the might of Egypt, and pursued the children of Israel, Exodus 14:6-7. To Pharaoh it seemed that Israel was trapped, easy prey for his vengeance. When the Israelites saw Pharaoh's army approaching, terror seized them. They cried out to the Lord and turned against Moses. "Is it because there are no graves in Egypt that you have taken us away to die in the wilderness? It would have been better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in the wilderness." Exodus 14:11-12. Fear made them forget the wonders they had witnessed. But Moses, standing firm, declared, "Fear not, stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord which he will work for you today. For the Egyptians whom you see today you shall never see again. The Lord will fight for you, and you have only to be silent." Exodus 14:13-14. Israel was called not to retreat but to trust. Then the Lord commanded Moses to raise his staff over the sea. All that night the Lord drove back the waters with a strong east wind, turning the sea into dry land. Exodus 14:21. The waters parted, rising like walls to the right and to the left, and Israel passed through the midst on dry ground. The pillar of cloud moved between the camp of Israel and the Egyptians, bringing darkness to one side and light to the other, so that the two camps could not come near each other through the night. Exodus 14:19-20. Pharaoh's army pursued, driving into the sea after them. But the Lord looked down from the pillar of fire and cloud, throwing the Egyptians into confusion. Wheels jammed, chariots swerved, and panic filled the ranks. "Let us flee from before Israel, for the Lord fights for them against the Egyptians," they cried. Exodus 14:25. At the Lord's command, Moses stretched out his hand again, and the waters rushed back into place at daybreak. The sea covered the chariots and horsemen, the entire host of Pharaoh that had followed Israel into the sea. Not one of them remained, Exodus 14:28. The depths that had parted for God's people closed in judgment upon their enemies. Israel saw the Egyptians lying dead on the seashore. They had feared Pharaoh's might, but now they witnessed the salvation of the Lord. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day from the hand of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians dead on the seashore. Israel saw the great power that the Lord used against the Egyptians, so the people feared the Lord,